Hey gang, DarbukaDave here. I know it's been a long time since I've recorded a lesson, but I've been having some technical problems. But I'm back now. I'm using the built-in camera on the webcam, so hopefully that'll pick everything up. And hey, while you're watching this video, please feel free to check out the link, which should be down here, to my Indiegogo fund, which is a fundraising program much like Kickstarter. Basically, I'm just trying to get a newer vehicle so I can continue traveling around and teaching lovely people like you. So, on to the lesson. As you may have noticed from the very clever title, this lesson is about interrupted rolls. So, what I mean by an interrupted roll is it's a roll that is not continuous. So, obviously, a continuous roll sounds like this. You know, there's no breaks in the roll, it's just roll, roll, roll. So that's a good kind of a roll to do, and it's definitely hard. I mean, it's definitely technically impressive, but there's a lot more you can do with rolls than just that. You can add accents to that sort of roll, but that's a different kind of a lesson. So today we're going to talk about interrupted rolls. So what that would be, well, I'll just play a couple examples. So one of them is just a simple 4-stroke roll. So if we play it over a Moxum, then it would sound like this. So you get the idea. So let's break that down and look at what I'm doing. It's very simple. It's a right, left roll, or a left, right. Either way is fine. And it's just obviously, you want to keep practicing this until you can do it really fast. So you go from this. Just like that. If you want a simple way to practice this, then you can just play. So you get the idea. I find that building up to it with a continuous roll like that makes it a little easier to get. But if you just want to practice it by yourself, then you just set your metronome to, and then you just play. And just keep doing that until all the strokes are even, and then move up a little faster. And so on, till you do this as fast as you possibly can. There's no such thing as too fast as long as it's clean. So usually you would use that roll in a context where it takes up one beat. So in other words, in a Moxum, you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when you play the roll on that, you're just going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a nice little roll to do. You can do a lot of different things with it, but that's the basics. So now let's talk about another kind of interrupted roll. This roll actually has a rest in the roll itself, whereas that last one just had rests between a short burst of rolls. This one has a rest in the roll itself. At full speed, it sounds like this. So it sounds pretty good. So what that consists of is we're just playing tech ka 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 tech tech ka tech ka tech rest ka rest tech ka tech ka tech rest ka rest tech ka tech rest ka rest tech ka tech ka tech rest ka rest. So just keep doing that over and over again. And I know at that speed it doesn't sound anything like the full speed version, but trust me, you'll get there eventually. So just to demonstrate that, I'll see if I can start slow and then gradually get faster, although that's kind of hard. So you get the idea. So that's another roll where it tends to fall you would tend to use that on whole beats or on multiples of whole beats. So in other words, you don't have to really get into the subdivisions. So you can use that in the same space that you use the last roll that we talked about. Obviously, if you want it to fit in that same amount of space, you got to play it faster. So for instance, in a Moxum, it would sound like this. So you get the idea. You know, that's a pretty awesome roll to have in your arsenal. It's got a little bit more flavor than the last one because that rest makes the roll basically sound syncopated. So you know, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to show you one more roll, and this is one that I've been working on recently. So you'll probably see a couple of flubs while I'm showing you this, but I'll try it anyway. And this roll is much more syncopated, and it's got a lot more sort of flavor, and it's got the fewest number of notes of any of these rolls, but it's also the hardest one to do. So I'll play it at full speed, and then we'll look at what it consists of. Sorry, I told you you'd see a few flubs in this, and since I've eschewed video editing, you get me warts and all. So let's try that again. So hopefully you get the idea of that. So let's break that down a little bit and look at what it consists of. It's just like the last roll in that there's an actual rest in the middle of the roll itself. But it's shorter than the last roll. So at a low speed, that roll is this. Tap, ka, tap, rest, ka, rest. Tap, ka, tap, ka. Tap, ka, tap. So you may be thinking to yourself, well, that's just tekka tekka. It's just like the first roll you showed me. But there's a rest in there, and that rest makes all the difference. Unfortunately, that rest is also the thing that makes this really a lot harder than the first one as far as playing it. So you can do a lot of cool things with this particular roll. You may notice that your left hand is basically, when you're playing it at a good speed, your left hand is in constant motion, basically. So you can actually put the accent on the kas, which sounds like this. Which is cool. You can also not put the accent on the ka, so the ka is just in with the rest of the roll, and that's actually a little harder. So you get the idea. So the cool thing about this is that it's actually not a roll that fits on a whole beat or on a multiple of a whole beat. This actually fits in 3 subdivisions. So what I mean by that is that those other rolls the count is 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. This roll the count is 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1, like that. So you can see if I do this slow, and hopefully I'll be able to count it out loud at the same time. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. So that gives you a lot more of an interesting flavor when you actually put it in the midst of a rhythm. So what that basically means is that you have to put a little tag on the end if you want it to line up with the end of the measure, right? Because the subdivision of 3, this is assuming you're playing in 4, like in a Moxum. The subdivision of 3 needs a little tag at the end. So this is kind of what that sounds like. So that's the whole solo phrase, or the whole riff is. So that's 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. So Why is there a 4 at the end? Well, it's because you have to have 16 pulses or 16 subdivisions in that measure in order for things to line up. So we have 4 groups of 3, which is the riff itself, right? And then we have 1 group of 4. So that is 16. I had to do the math in my head there because I'm a musician, but yes, that is 16. So you could, I guess, in theory, you could play 5 of the little interrupted rolls, and then try and put a single note tag on the end. But that's really hard, and I don't even know how to do that. So I guess that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this brief little video lesson, and I'm gonna take you out by just playing Maksum and then playing a solo phrase of each of these over it, just to give you a little bit of a feel for it. So